I'm Kat from the Outer Circle, coming to you from some event in the wasteland of South Australia. I'm here with Doyle and his militia army. How you going, Doyle?
Yeah, very good. Thanks, mate. How are you?
Oh, drunk. You're not from this wonderful wasteland state of South Australia. Where are you from?
No, I'm actually from a little town south of Canberra, about 30 k's, but I've just moved to Sydney as well, where they actually have pints, not imperial pints.
Just say, can I have the biggest one you have, please, served in a bucket?
Does it usually work out for you?
So, usually I get a medium. I don't understand. I was like, how hard? Give me the biggest one. I don't know how hard that is.
At the bar, is it?
No, coffees as well. Like mainly for lattes and stuff, just like because they've got some weird names for that stuff as well. So that's a bit of a walk. How did you get here? Plane or driving?
Flew down from Sydney, yeah.
Lots of COVID check-ins. Was it a bit of a hassle?
No different. Sydney's everywhere as COVID check-ins. It's pretty fastidious at the moment.
That's a big army, man. Did you use that as carry-on, or did you risk it and double, triple wrap it and put it in the stowage?
No, I did carry on for this one. 75 infantry models. I thought probably better to put it on carry-on.
Like there's no vehicles.
Oh no, I brought down vehicles for Dave.
Managed to fit them in the carry-on as well?
No, they went in the backpack.
75 models. Refreshing to see somebody using something outside of Marines in 30k.
Yeah, it's good to see a little bit of variance. It's nice playing on the trader side for once as well, so I'm versing all the different loyalist armies. I think there's more militia armies, more solar armies that are coming out now, and a few more demons, which is nice to see.
Yeah, definitely. Hashtag loyalists are OP, hashtag screw custodes, hashtag not my book 8. Do you want to take us through your army from top to finish?
We've just got command squad starting off. Nothing special in there. They're just, strategos and a few extra characters I've picked up over the campaigns. We've got a few explorators that I've been going around and checking out the statues for Frankie, doing his secret missions, which has been good. We got 2 tertios, 40 lasguns. In that, we've got another 10 Velatare axes, which are the subjugators, 10 Velatare storm with the chargers. I got 5 charonites for a little bit of chop to make it a bit fun. I've got to kill something in close combat. And then depending on attacker or defender, I've got 3 tarantulas with las cannons, so I can actually shoot some anti-armor, or 2 of the little bomb vehicles, the demo vehicles, just running up just to have a bit of fun.
So you're using the Solar Ox rules?
Yeah, Solar Ox army. During the event, I've rolled non-stop VIPs and extra mercs, and all I've got is Ogrins. So I have 12 Ogrins in the army apparently, which has been hilarious because now I'm a toughness 5 Solar Auxilia army, which is making it very funny.
Creatively, what's the inspiration and how did you come up with the idea?
Yeah, so the army started when I first started playing in Heresy. I was playing in the Babylonian Insurrection, which was about maybe 6 or 7 years ago now. And it was a feudal world. I only had basic guardsmen back then, and the guys asked me to come play. Showed up with my militia, and since then the army's just sort of evolved. They've become this mercenary company that are running around. They got more armor and weapons now, which is nice. I've got some of the 3D printed nice models that have actual armor on them rather than being the Bretonians. So the guys have come through probably a couple of acts of Heresy now. Each time just gaining a bit of infamy, always stealing information. Never causing too much, but they've always been stealing information from every act of Heresy and then running off to the next thing. It's their main ploy is I'm just sneaking some statues, I think, today.
It's been a journey and you're adding things as you go.
Before Adelaide, I hadn't got the axes actually even done, so the axes never arrived from my order, so I had to go out and buy them, and so I was still painting until about 11 o'clock at night before getting on the flight at 8 o'clock in the morning to come to here.
Can't help but notice you're doing clear basing. Do you want to say anything in defense of clear basing?
There's no way that I could have got the bases done, so I clear based, I'll admit it.
I can't see a lot of clouding on there. Did you use an epoxy to just stick them down?
Cheap super glue from the supermarket. Yeah, I've had no issues at all with clouding, which I was quite surprised about.
Have you found gatekeeping an issue? Has anyone refused to play you because you're a clear baser?
No, I haven't actually. Everybody's been chill about it. Nobody minded too much. Everybody's been pretty good. Some of my bases are the wrong sizes too, like the bases just didn't come. So everybody's been very, relaxed. Adelaide's been really good.
Oh, that's cool, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the event. How do you find 3D printing versus normal resin?
These guys have held up pretty well, but they are very, very brittle. Nothing has snapped so far. Fingers crossed that nothing does continue to. Just been taking extra care with them. A lot of them I keep some aside that already had snapped stuff when they came out from the printer. Very fragile compared to plastic.
Do you have a printer yourself, or do you get them from a friend or something?
From a friend, thankfully. I don't have a printer myself, so yeah, I got a mate who's printing them up for me.
What's the oldest 3D printed miniature you have in the army?
Probably a couple weeks. They're pretty fresh off the line. Got the Imperial Militia files off the internet, and some of the boys just print them up for me, which is good.
Nice, man. And have you run these as militia and Solar Rocks other times, or is it just Solar Rocks that you run them as?
So in their first, when I was in Babylonia, they were just militia that fit in. They were the PDF forces. And since then, they've come off world and been taken in by the Dark Angels who extracted them. So that was the old fluff that they're now working for them. But they're a mercenary company and they've got extra weapons, and they so just fly a flag as Solar Auxilia. Sort of suited their play style a bit more, I thought, with having the armoured up chest plates and stuff rather than flak armour. So I thought Solar Augs worked.
What's your most favourite unit or individual guy that you had fun building or painting, or that you think that lends the best aesthetic to the army?
Favourite one would be in the command squad. I've got the bloke who calls in the orbital bombardment, so he's the naval officer. He was my first test model that I did 3 years ago when I started to move on to do Solar Augs again. And ever since him, I knew that this was the army I always wanted to build. He was my favourite.
Where did you source those parts from?
So his parts are from the Scions kit from 40k and his Empire Greatswords. So that's just the 2 kits for him, which was nice and easy.
Are you looking to do more units from box sets or third parties or 3D printing?
Oh, it's always been a cobbled together thing, so I'm trying to add another tertio of the Bretonians to it. So it's just converting those over the easiest way. It's sort of a bit of a mishmash, this army. It's got a bit of everything.
How are you fighting them on the tabletop at 1250 points? It's a restriction usually that you can only have 15 as a starting squad, right?
10, so they've got a special rule for it anyway, written in their rules from Forge World. That was the infantry tertios split into 2, so you just have tons of 10-man laser squads running around the place, which is good in many respects because you can just keep running units around. I think people have found out very quickly they fall over quite quick, but they got good range on them. So yeah, no, it's been fun. I've actually had the most kills from close combat with las guns.
Using las guns as clubs?
Yeah, I managed to kill a custode with a club.
Wow.
Which won me the game, so...
There's actually push and pull there rather than just getting stomped.
Yeah, exactly. I think if you play your weight of numbers and you time your charge as well, you can definitely take it toe-to-toe with Marines if you really want to. Just don't ever use the axes because they're shocking.
Barracks, aren't they? Plus strength and AP2 and all that jazz?
Yeah, when you're initiative 1, and so definitely by the time you're swinging at initiative 1, most of your squad's gone because you're only toughness 3.
Do you have any Instagram or YouTube that you would like to talk to people about?
No, I don't have any.
Any shout-outs?
Just thanks to the Adelaide Heresy boys and to the Canberra boys. It's been a good fun weekend, and thanks for having me.
Thanks so much, Doyle.